Hey, do you like Gundam? Do you like watching us watch Gundam? You can go ahead and get double episodes of Gundam over on the Patreon if we get up to 30 Patreons. Go ahead and join and do your part, and you'll go ahead and get double the Gundam. Hey everybody, welcome back to No Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching some more Mobile Suit Gundam. Last time we had our brave heroes re-enter the atmosphere, and at least one Zaku blew up, and that's what I'm happy for.
Happens. It happens.
Well, we got to see Garma show up with an entire air fleet threatening all of White Base and our heroes, and we're going to go ahead and see how that pans out today. So, Theta, any sort of thoughts we want to go ahead and go over here about last time?
I rushed over real quick to the IMDb page, like, quick, I can get out the recap, what it officially was. No, I have everything listed over on Seed right now, so it's like, what? We didn't watch the Scar in space. What the hell is that?
Yeah, there you go. The Glory pulling up the wrong one. But I think a whole lot of things like on my mind from last time is definitely so the Gundam can re-enter the atmosphere because it has like this little the Superman Seraphim wrap, right?
Oh, I was
That's
thinking
what
of
I'm
the
gonna
Harry
call.
Potter invisibility cloak.
That's also appropriate. Which I'm fine. Yeah, we don't gotta lay down all the science for it. It's fine. But it does, of course, like I think bring up from last time the idea they were planning on paradropping these onto Earth. Then,
Well, it's the test model, right? Or
yeah,
not? Maybe not even the test model. It's the prototype. So maybe they were just like they built in a bunch of features and they'd figure out what they need and what they didn't need. Like,
here's all of our options. We hope you'll use at least one of them in something.
well, I don't know if that even works because we saw that Tem in Origin, right? We saw that when Amuro was going over all of Tem's notes, that Tem
Mhm.
is like scratching shit out. Needs more of this here. Needs less of this here. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like here's everything we've got, or maybe it's like Super Napalm,
And
something
it'll
where
never
oh
show up again.
yeah, we'll see it once and that's it. It's like a Superman
Right.
power from the Golden Age.
Speaking of things Superman can do, stand on the Earth, which I think we were talking about last time, like the slightly unrealistic idea of like a giant robot standing on Earth. And the last time from last time, or the next time from last time, so now, was showing us like, oh yeah, maybe they're about to have a whole bunch of trouble, or at least
From
a
the
whole
next
bunch of
time,
space
last
kids.
time.
So this time, a whole bunch of space kids are about to end up on Earth and just figure out what real gravity is like.
I mean, to be fair
One way or another.
to the Gundam, though, we know that it has a learning computer inside, so it's
Hmm.
not a lot different from that one robotics company right now.
Yeah.
The one where they practiced kicking them over a bunch so they could stand up, and
I think that's
then
Boston Dynamics doing most of
yeah,
the
Boston
video
Dynamics,
production
where
stuff.
they well, that's not video production. They actually make robots. It's not like they're Corridor Digital,
Right, but
where
they're the ones putting out the videos, is what I
yeah,
meant.
well, I just mean Corridor Digital makes joke videos about them doing that stuff versus
Yeah.
Boston Dynamics, which actually makes them, where they can then
I'm sure
run.
there's like another DARPA project out there doing the same, and they just don't have a production crew.
But the idea being that they're programmed to learn and that they've been able to, run a obstacle course. So we know the Gundam has a learning computer inside, so maybe that's compensating for shit that,
It,
a
it already
real.
walked around on the station, at least, right? So, like, it is capable of doing that. It's not just a spacefaring object.
Right.
But can it handle real full gravity? Actually, that's a fun question. Are the stations that they're all on, all the sides, actually at full gravity?
There's some gravity. They walk on the ground.
Yeah, but we also have people flying around in jetpacks, a thing you really can't do if gravity is up to like 9.8 feet a second.
Well, no, you can. Do you not see the Navy has jetpacks and
But they're way more unwieldy and don't give you like the same kind of power we're obviously seeing like in the show.
yeah, well, also the show takes place in the future. So, I mean, we don't even know. We know it's at least 79 years in the future at worst.
Hmm.
Could be a lot more, given that we don't know when the Universal Century begins to the Gregorian calendar. Point being,
Hmm.
though, that say it's be generous, it's 100 years in the future. Say the
Yeah.
Navy says, you know what, this technology's been good for us for when we need to board ships at a distance. We're going to continue to develop it, and it's 100 years more advanced. Who knows where they can get to?
Yeah,
It works. All I can say is it works now. So
It works now. It definitely worked on the sides. And I'm just going to hold out for waiting for someone uses it on Earth and flies around with a jetpack and go, yeah, that's super future technology.
I don't know. They're clearly going to try and board White Base at some point, right?
I mean, they already got a flying brick flying around with White Base, right? That's a brick. So anything's possible at this point, really.
Right. We know it's flying, and I guess it also answers your question about watching it do anything in gravity, in that it landed on White Base, and White Base is in Earth's gravity.
So I guess right now, let's go ahead and watch a brick.
But if you want to see more reactions like this, uncensored, on whatever, and uncut, you can catch them over on our Patreon. Link down below in the description. Just $5 a month. But hey, it helps us make more content for you, just like what you're watching right now.
And of course, remember to like, subscribe, and come visit over on Discord and tell us about your favorite brick.
Also seems somewhat reminiscent of G Gundam's opening. At least this part.
Oh, where we just, like, see the Earth? I guess, like, that's the point of G Gundam, right?
Sorry, I started thinking I knew what the opening tune to G Gundam was, and then...
Let's go ahead and do a comparison of that at some point, then.
Well, I mean, I really love the opening for G Gundam, because it's just fun.
Yeah, of all things you can say about G Gundam, the best thing is obviously, it's just fun. Really, it just is.
Well, a dude beats a mobile suit with a scarf. I mean, come on.
You go to G Gundam because you want to have a good time.
The East is burning red.
What's the line? Like, my fist burns with the flaming passion. I don't know. That's not it at all.
This fist of mine. I knew it before you said something weird, and now I don't know what it is. Burning fist. It's burning something. Tells me to grasp victory.
There you go.
Well, my problem is I'm also used to hearing there's the original one for the first time he does it, right? But then he changes it like twice during the entire course of the show. And then there's the final one. Say, ha! Erupting burning finger.
So, big bet today. How much do you think Garma's going to be in a crashing plane?
Well, we know he's at the big plane, I assume.
Yeah, he's got to be.
We saw him in a plane. I'm assuming he's in the big one.
We saw him being cool.
Did we? I don't remember that part. Explosion. Damn it, I called it the wrong time.
That's like Garma today, you know? It's gotta be exploded.
I still think it's funny. It's 8 months. It's literally September right now in the show. And the last thing we got in the origin was January. So we had to put the pieces together to really understand that 8 months had gone past.
Yeah.
Were they really, though?
I don't know. I think they just normalized it.
No, it's literally people on Zeon's side and just people on Federation side that really just want the war to keep going. We know this. So this is California, huh?
In the city, Santa Monica.
One.
This is really high atmosphere. Jeez.
A lot higher than it seemed last episode. Sorry, you say Mach 78?
Yes, they did. Oh, that's because he's re-entry speed. That's fine.
Okay, they went high atmosphere to catch. So they're not going back to the Musai. Also, it's crazy you're doing all this with your landing gear down. Like, I understand right here it's fine, But they were also flying through space with the landing gear down.
君らしくもないな。連邦軍の船一隻に手こずって。言うなよ、ガルマ。いや、地球方面軍司令官ガルマザビ大佐とお呼びすべきかな。士官学校時代と同じガルマで。
Well, if you called him captain, that'd be a downgrade.
木馬だな。うん。赤い彗星と言われるほどの君が仕留められなかった船とはね。
Yeah, that's what you said when I walked in the room. Can we move past this?
友人として君を迎えに来ただけでもいい。じゃあ、大気圏を突破してきた船であるということをお忘れなく。ああ、その点から推測できる戦闘力を今計算させている。君はゲリラ操作
Yeah, I mean, if it could handle re-entry heat, then what do you do to it?
しかし、ジオン十字勲章者であることは保証するよ。ありがとう。これで私を一人前にさせてくれて。姉に対しても私の男をあげさせようという心遣いかい
The fuck did I give a shit about Cassilia? I beat her when I was a kid.
Look, you don't know Caecilia. Caecilia's never going to be impressed by anybody.
Oh, I like watching them reload its head.
Oh, gosh.
No, I just mean that, remember the whole handcuff scene? So I beat Caecilia when I was 5 years old. Or, 12, or whatever he actually turned out to be.
Man, I love this video game.
なら第一戦闘配備のまま待機してください。
おいじゃあんた。
ブリッジのモニターであなたがチェックできませんでした。ブライトの命令で探していたんです。
どうも。ガンダムを出動
Did you slap me again? Oh, did he take over since he's like ranking officer now?
I guess so. Or at least he gets the chair now.
Yeah, because he needs the chair, because his arm is hurt.
Who let the kids on the bridge again?
What a jerk. I mean,
yes, that's how you deal with kids. Make them even more annoying.
Is I totally understand his position. What are these kids doing on the bridge of a military thing? But also, fuck it off, dude.
Oh, that guy's dead.
Well, yeah, because the guns are like outside the ship. I hate the Federation military. They're all just fucking assholes to one another.
The true bad guys, right?
ガンダムは空中専用の兵器ではないことをお忘れなく。ましてアムロです。接近戦にはならないはずです。ガンタンクで狙撃するってのどうでしょう。アムロの負担も少なくなるし、隼人。了解だ。ガンダムからガンタンクへ搬送を急げ。コアファイター2機は迎撃要員として。
Wait, what?
They're short of cockpits?
Why are we transferring cockpits?
わかるものか。ハンブル。
I know we had a bunch of like spare parts and we burned all of those, so they would Zeon wouldn't get it, but it's my squad. Anything close to my name, I get claim it. To be fair, if there was an E in Gundam anywhere, I'd have it. It's mine.
Just so I'm clear, they said the Gundam isn't made for mid-air combat. That's why we're gonna send out the tank.
I keep thinking they're like gonna do it from the hangar or something, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they really need to explain what's going on to this bit. Like, why are we combining and it's...
任せてよ。
ガンタンク発進位置へ前進。以後待機のこと。
微速前進。
Yeah, why can the treads, man? Treads are made for space, right?
For mid-air combat.
Yeah,
we're just looking on.
I think I was trying to say was I thought it was gonna like fire from the hangar or something, but it's like then why wouldn't the Gundam be able to do that?
Alright, they are dropping to the ground to make it happen. Okay, this more sense.
Then why wouldn't you just do? Oh, I guess. Yeah, well, why wouldn't you just do that with the Gundam?
敵の狙いはホワイトベースだ。離れたら援護ができなくなる。違うんだアムロ。ガンタンクなら敵の注意を十分に引けるから、敵の戦力を分散させるために。ハヤトは敵を一機でも多く撃ち落とせばいいんだ。
Also, if they're so concerned about the Gundam, why did you put the Gundam cockpit in the gun tank? Why didn't you just send it out with the gun tank's cockpit?
敵艦を捕捉占拠するぞ。
Oh, I got it. Because Amuro fucking sucks, that's why. He needs the,
His friends are training, he's not actually.
Well, no, he needs the learning computer in the cockpit, right, to do anything. We can't send gun... Yeah, air jets, that'll do it.
Just for a soft landing, that's fine.
How many tons that thing looks? How strong do you think those air jets gotta be? Remember when Char did this in one of the cockpits? And now they require two people? Two cockpits to do it?
Yeah.
なんだ。地上部隊だ。
山岳部を盾にガンタンクで切り抜けよう。編隊機もそう自由に攻撃してくることもできない。何事か？敵の地上部隊です。何？
Yeah, dropping into the middle of enemy territory was unfortunately the worst thing to ever happen to them.
I wonder what the excuse is for how goofy these tanks look.
I gotta wonder.
ホワイトベースに関しては初めて扱われるあなたよりは私たちの方が慣れています。貴様、軍規違反で敵の包囲網を突破して。
I don't know how. I think the guy fell on a bullet. What happened to this guy?
So crazy. Shot himself in the back of the head 7 times.
Wonder if these guys are ever going to recover.
I just love seeing her in a gunner seat.
Well, it just means that they have to constantly give it up to the kids to get their position. It's like, are they ever going to recover? Like, are they ever going to be fully operational soldiers again?
Nope, never. Constantly on the run.
I'm sorry. My communication terminal just boinged at me.
ブライトさん。頼む。ガンタンクの方は竜に操作させる。ブライトさん。アムロ、ブライトさんの言う通りだ。
Well, doesn't that mean you have to separate the gun tank from the cockpit again?
了解です。ガンタンクはカイカセイラさんに操縦させてください。セイラさんならできるはずです。
Based on what? What makes you think the doctor and somewhat navigator of White Base is also, she's Tom Parising now from Star Trek, where the guy just good at everything for some reason. I don't know, maybe because she's a new type.
Or maybe just the first name that came to Amuro's mind. He's like not even thinking about it. Just like, oh yeah, Sayla, why not?
Well, then why wouldn't it be Frau, right? Get the girl that's looking after all the kids. She can pilot a gun tank. $1979, right? All of our reports are paper.
Yeah, we're not in the everyone has a tablet future yet.
I also appreciate that they're not only just paper, they're folders. No one has one sheet of paper. We break open the folder. Okay, so that wasn't the Gundam's cockpit either. That was just a core fighter.
Yeah.
I love it. You've been running a marathon. Here's a drink.
頼むぜ。
竜、自信がなければいいのよ。
やむをえんでしょう。発進します。
僕だって自信があってやるわけじゃないのに。
アムロ
Don't compare yourself to Ryu.
いや、アムロガンダム発進します。
急がないで。ガンタンク発進までスタンバイです。
これだ、すべてこれだ。
Bum fights Amuro. Back at it again.
Armoro just being bloodthirsty.
Well, that's what I say. It's like Frau is a nanny now. And Amuro is just another one of the kids. What? Can't hear you for this thing.
我々が二度ならず機密取りに失敗した理由を彼が証明してくれている。しかも我々以上の戦力でな。ドズル将軍も決して私の力不足ではなかったことを認識することになる。
As long as we have Garma fail, I'll be in the clear.
Yeah, make Garma fail to my position.
乗らなかったか。彼がガンダムと戦って死ぬもよし、危ういところを私が出て救うもよしと思っていたがな。
ガンタンクが正面。
Just really hoping on that Garma overconfidence, huh?
I mean, he's basically groomed Garma to be this.
アムロ、
Since the academy, anyway. His family did the rest.
ザクが3機降りてきたわ。
はい。
I'm sorry, did the other guy not turn on his audio? What?
I guess not.
I hope it turns out to be the other way. That Amuro is only connected to Frau, and everybody else is on the video. Turn on your headset.
He has no idea how to pilot. That's the problem.
That's what I said. It's the Gundam doing everything.
ジュンさん。 なんだあれは。
I'm not saying anything about how goofy it looks.
The ancient animation, right?
Well, it's funny how serious he looks now is the goofy scene of One Punch Man running through the field, right?
Also, the tank popped off the top of itself with the gun to become a fighter.
Right. So that's why they look that goofy, because they're fighters and tanks. Which seems pointless.
Strategically, why would you ever build that? But anyway.
Yeah, it seems pointless. It's basically a battleship on the ground somehow.
They got an entire tank force, they lost Sazaku. The aircraft can't do anything about it.
This is like the Hulk, right? You imagine the Hulk fight. This is how this go.
Yeah, you just keep knocking him around and hope he like gets too dazed to do anything. Oh, there we go, concussion. Man, they really did just kill him already.
Well, the fact that they're knocking the Gundam around with explosions means they can control the fight somehow.
They fixed the hole in the shield already?
Maybe they had multiple shields, remember? They had parts for multiple Gundams. Got your nose!
Way better in melee combat. Just love it.
Now here's the thing, though. Wow, they're sinking into the ground, or they're just backing up.
They're supposed to be retreating, I think.
Here's the thing, though, is that we already know they have high atmosphere capability. Just get beyond his ability to hit you, and just drop bombs on him. Look at that precise control over his sword.
It's just like me waving around a stick. It's perfect.
Star Wars kid and the Gundam.
He's just a random teenager who's way too interested into engineering.
No, he is bloodthirsty.
Yeah, there. Oh, we're gonna be getting a lot of that scream. Dude, that's a rock this time.
I guess in fairness, there's a core fighter up there, so even high altitude bombers would be getting attacked.
Hmm.
I killed them all. The women, the children.
基地へ帰還する。
このまま帰還するんですか、大佐。
見ただろう、敵の威力を。私はあれを無傷で手に入れたい。あれは今度の対戦の戦略を大きく塗り替える戦力だ。が、奴らを大陸
What did we do to kill those Martians again? Germ warfare?
I gotta say, seeing Garma actually have discretion is kind of shocking.
Well, because he's got no choice, right? Either I can bomb them to hell until they're destroyed and lose them, or other plan.
Or try to actually pull enough forces to capture something that is resistant to everything but being nuked.
どうやって接触するかだな。
Oh, here's my thing. If we forget about Super Napalm,
Uh-huh.
I would just get a lot of that shit that they used to seal the holes of the ship, that little bubblegum shit, and just dump it on the Gundam.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a good one, actually. Just gum everything up.
Yeah. Can't move, he'll eventually starve to death, whatever. Then we'll just get the Gundam. You're such an asshole to Frau, Amuro. She's literally always been there for you.
No, he's an asshole to every one of his friends.
Yeah, but Frau for the longest period of time.
But also, to be fair, he is brooding after his bloodlust. He is always ready to just tag Amuro with something.
Oh man, is this gonna be the seed mirror where he goes and lies down and cries?
シャンペンも持ってきたからさ、アムロ、パイで乾杯しようよ。アムロ乾杯、アムロ乾杯。
The Haro organized children.
Also, I don't see a pie in there.
I'm glad they said
It is! It is! Now cry.
How many people did you kill today?
Oh, we couldn't animate tears. It's the only difference. I don't know, at least in this part, we got the edited, like, he went bonkers, crazy, attacking destroyed shit. Versus, you know, what Jesus did in the other show.
He is already a bit traumatized.
Now, are we supposed to read that as that's what Garma did when he took over? Or is that what Operation British did before Garma took over?
I want to say both.
Still showering in front of one another. Why not, right?
ジオン十字勲章ものだとな。次のチャンスを狙っているんだろう。ああ、抜かりはない。俺も協力する。君の手助けができるのは嬉しい。
What happened to your arm?
Yeah, when that happened.
助かる。君の力を得れば100人力だ。これでキシリア姉さんにも実力を示すことができる。キシリア殿は君の直接の上司だったな。シャー。
Sort of?
A little bit.
水臭いな今さら。
I guess technically this will also be your first time hearing her name, so... See, the eye color, it means something, even though it's just a black ball in the middle of a white ball.
Even though in the middle of this series, they hadn't said anything about it yet.
It seems kind of out of character for him to, like, give that away, too, but... Although I guess technically Garma knows about the whole radiation excuse thing.
Yeah. You just come dead at the wheel again.
アムロは敵陣を飛び越す作戦を実行した。しかし、シャアがその作戦の出花をくじく。 コアファイターはガンダムに完走してシャアに立ち向かえるのか。機動戦士ガンダム次回コアファイター脱出せよ。君は生き延びることができるか。
A lot of people can't.
So Amuro's gonna get literally dragged out of bed to get back into the Gundam to specifically save one of his friends. Well, that's gonna be fun.
To save one of his friends?
I guess that's what I'm implying with like the core fighter and they gotta rescue it.
No, he said that Amuro has to fly the core fighter over enemy territory.
Okay.
And then they said the core fighter has to dock or something with the Gundam, which I don't know makes sense either. I guess they sent the Gundam out by itself to get him, and so he has to transfer. I don't know. I'm very confused about the whole the Gundam things that break into 3 parts, like the gun tank splits into 3
That
parts.
just seems more like modular systems, I guess.
Right. We've never seen the Gundam do that though. So
Yeah,
technically, like the core fighter is in the middle of the gun tank. It looks like for that thing, but now they have to do it with the Gundam.
Right. So I think though the most important thing to take away from this episode is that now we have the Garma Char sitcom ready to go. They're in the same location. They're in the same apartment. We already know what the apartment looks like. It has 1 chair and 1 shower, and that's all it has.
Well, I mean, it's not much different from their
And
academy.
they're already roommates.
Not much different from their academy days then.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, we also got Amuro going berserk mode, right? Where he's attacking the remains of the thing that he's already killed, and then attacking the ground after it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more of a reason I feel like to have like introspection about yourself alone than say again what Seed did.
Yeah, Amuro is like clearly going through something, so he's just in a bad mood. But like that, and that's incredibly simple, right? But like it's immediately like easily more understandable, yeah.
Well, as I said before, when we were talking about Bum Fights Amuro, that he's just becoming more and more aggressive to the fact that now he's on Earth and he's attacking the ground. His aggressiveness is just getting ramped up every time he's called out to do something.
I need like a commenter to pop up and say like, actually, Amuro attacking the ground is symbolic of the way that he thinks he's going to destroy the Earth. That's too hard of a read.
Well, no, I mean, I'm reading it more of like he's blaming more and more people maybe for what's happened, or the fact that the whole Side 7 thing, and then Zeon chasing him down. He's just getting more aggravated and angry, and he has... I would almost say that he has no outlet, but obviously he does, because he's constantly called out to the outlet to vent. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the fact that he's a person who didn't fight before. If we think back to Origin, right? Like the guards at the base, when Kai and Yang force him to accompany, they get the shit beaten out of them. He doesn't get much done to him. He doesn't defend himself against Kai all that much. He's been passive most of the time. And then suddenly he's called to fight all the time. And so maybe he's just like building up that, well, all I do is fight sort of thing.
Yeah. I feel like we're definitely going to get a moment where he's just like passing by Kai. Kai makes like another snide comment, and he just like decks him to the floor or something. Like, we're going to get that happening.
Well, I didn't mean directed at Kai specifically. I just mean like, if he's
but
constantly
like
being
that,
called
obviously.
to answer problems with violence, then maybe he's just going to start applying that to every aspect of his life. That if all people expect me to do is solve problems with violence, then maybe violence is the answer to everything.
Right. And like, I guess like what we're also building up maybe is just like Amuro resenting having to be in that position and having to think that way.
Well, he said that in episode 2.
Right, exactly.
Too bright. He said that too bright. Or Bright said that to him. You're going to end up resenting me for this or something. I can't. It was a back and forth thing, but the word resent came up in it.
Yeah. Let's see. So what else like out of the ordinary do we get in this episode? The gun tank can fly.
Well, the pointless Zeon tank design of jet and tank.
The tanks can fly. Yeah.
Well, half the tanks can fly. It's like the when you're. I'm trying to think of what it is. the jets, right, that you launch the other jets off of that go supersonic, that
Mhm.
they're the test thing. It's like one's pointless to the other one, except in the real world, it's a needed thing. I can't really think of an example. It's like putting your supersonic jet on top of your tank, because they did.
No, the thing that I think that's sticking out to me, like, assuming it's still a good idea to go ahead and like pop off and like have a fighter fly around, basically like an A-10 Warthog or something here, is that it's still a cannon barrel that they're firing with on apparently like a super light plane, because that is tiny.
Well, we did see, it looked like, from our perspective, that the tank barrel was on the plane, but there were like little drawn in things on the front of the tank that also
Yeah.
looked like guns and shit that we just didn't see firing. So it's entirely possible the tank is operational by itself.
Right, right.
It's just, I think this would make more sense. You're familiar with the game Ogre,
A little bit, yeah.
the tabletop strategy war game? It
Mhm.
would make more sense if they were massive tanks that acted like ground carriers that could then launch other fighter jets. That would make sense because that would make them operational command centers. This is just one
Right,
tank with a plane. It's like, well, it's like these things were made for storage, is what they were, right?
Yeah.
We don't have the room to ship both planes and tanks. But if we put the tank and the plane in the same spot, we could double the amount of things that we could send to Earth.
Yeah, what is the design incentive? What is the thing that triggered an engineer to go, this is how I solve this problem? I think that's like the critical factor.
Griff, it all comes back to the Xeon Transport Core. So,
Oh, gosh.
as we mentioned last episode, they're in fucking control of everything. What is the most optimal way that we can ship both jets and tanks? We combine them. Xeon Transport Core has control over the design committee.
All of Xeon's problems stem from optimal logistics. Some engineer going, I am going to make the best packaging I can for this. So there we have it. Let's go ahead and wrap up for the day. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Zeta. We'll catch you next time. See you around.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?